All right, let's go deep. Commanders versus Eagles, the NFC Championship.
Oh, yeah.
We're breaking it down.
Big game. Huge.
It's a rivalry. NFC East,
Absolutely. It's more than just a game.
Way more.
Huge implications, and we saw them both win on their home turf in the regular season.
Exactly.
Commanders, historically, they lead the all-time series, and that one playoff meeting, way back in '90, they won that one too.
Oh, yeah, they did.
Stakes are high.
They really are.
Absolutely.
So we're looking at the top 10 players from FOX Sports, their ranking, and we're going to kind of do our own spin on it.
Yeah, break it down.
Give you guys some knowledge so you can, dominate your watch party.
That's right. Impress your friends.
Exactly. All right, so number 10, Bobby Wagner, linebacker for the Commanders.
Yeah, Wagner, seasoned vet, 34 years old. He's still putting up numbers.
Still going.
132 tackles this season, Pro Bowl, All-Pro.
Wow.
But what's really remarkable is the consistency. Over 100 tackles every season of his career. It's incredible what does that kind of consistency bring to a team, especially in a game like this,
Brings reliability, brings leadership. Wagner's going to be there. He's going to make the right reads, going to rally the defense.
Yeah.
That presence, that can really change the game, especially against an offense like the Eagles.
Absolutely. All right, number 9, we got Zach Bown, linebacker for the Eagles.
Breakout year.
Talk about it. Went from backup to starter, All-Pro, Pro Bowl.
The accolades are great, but what about the impact on the field, right? More than doubled his career tackles this season, and he's made these clutch plays. Remember that interception against the Giants? Week 6.
Oh, yeah.
Changed the whole game.
A momentum shifter.
That's the kind of player you want in a championship game.
Absolutely. All right, number 8, Terry McLaurin.
Yes.
Wide receiver for the Commanders, consistent game changer, potentially.
For sure. Terry McLaurin, he's a threat every time he's on the field. Only one season in his 6-year career with under 1,000 receiving yards.
That's crazy.
He's a reliable target for Daniels, and he could be the key to keeping that Commanders offense moving.
Yeah, I think her too.
He's a franchise legend already.
And he still got it.
Absolutely.
Jalen Carter coming in at number 7, defensive tackle for the Eagles. Rookie,
sensation.
Making waves, scoop and score big plays in the playoffs.
The real deal.
What is it about him?
Well, for those who aren't familiar, a scoop and score is when a defensive player recovers a fumble, runs it back for a touchdown.
Right.
It's a rare play, exciting play, and it shows you Carter's instincts, his athleticism.
Right.
But beyond a highlight reel, what's really intriguing is just his presence on the line,
Yeah.
Disruptive, constantly putting pressure on the quarterback, disrupting plays. That's going to be a big challenge for the Commanders.
For sure. All right. Jalen Hurts, number 6, quarterback for the Eagles.
Of course.
We know he's a talented passer, but they say dual threat abilities. What does that even mean?
Well, it means he's a threat, both as a passer and as a runner, right?
Okay.
He can pick you apart with his arm, but then if he needs to, he can tuck it and run.
Oh, wow.
He's really dangerous when he scrambles, so that unpredictability makes him so hard to defend against. That's why their offense is so good.
Yeah.
So good.
And the leadership, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Super Bowl experience, he's been there.
Yeah, he's been there before. That kind of experience, you can't buy that.
No, you can't. All right. Number 5, Jordan Mailata.
Another Eagle.
Offensive tackle, he's massive.
Huge, but he's not just big.
Okay.
He's sound, technically, and strong, incredibly strong, the number 1 ranking among offensive tackles from PFF.
Wow.
That's dominance right there. He's the anchor of that line, protecting Hurts' blind side, creating space for the running game.
You got to protect that quarterback. Lane Johnson, number 4, offensive tackle, again for the Eagles.
12 years in the league, all with the Eagles.
That's loyalty.
He's been a key part of their success.
Yeah.
What's fascinating about Johnson is he's got the experience and the consistency.
That's huge.
He's seen it all. He knows what it takes to win, and he's still performing at a high level.
Yeah.
Calming force on that line. And with him and Mailata, that's a tough duo. That's the foundation of their offensive success.
Absolutely. And when you have a quarterback like Hurts and a running back like Saquon Barkley, you need that offensive line.
You need it.
All right, number 3, A.J. Brown, wide receiver for the Eagles. A favorite target, it seems, for Hurts.
Favorite target, yeah. A.J. Brown is a true number 1 receiver, over 1,000 yards almost every season.
Yeah.
3 Pro Bowls. And what makes him so dangerous is he wins those one-on-one battles.
Yeah.
He's a physical receiver,
Yep.
and he makes big plays in those big moments.
Big time. All right, this is where it gets interesting. Number 2, Jayden Daniels, quarterback for the Commanders.
Rookie.
Phenomenal rookie season.
Phenomenal, leading the Commanders to a 12-5 record.
After they went 4-13 last year,
Oh, man.
that's a turnaround.
It is. And it shows you his talent, his leadership. He's a dual threat just like Hurts.
Wow.
He can hurt you with his arm, with his legs.
You don't know which way he's going.
You don't know. He's fearless, makes plays. That's why they're in this championship game.
Big reason why.
Absolutely.
Already exceeding expectations. What's his ceiling? Who knows?
Who knows? The sky's the limit.
All right, number 1, Saquon Barkley, running back for the Eagles. Historic season.
It really was. I mean, you can't argue with Barkley at number 1.
Yep.
He rushed for over 2,000 yards this season, which is incredible. Only the 9th player in NFL history to do that.
Ever.
Explosive, elusive. He's a threat to score every time he touches the ball.
Commanders, good luck.
Good luck.
All right, so we got the top 10, but there's some other key players to keep an eye on, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, for the Commanders, Cranky Louvu, he's a linebacker who's really stepped up this season.
Oh, okay.
And for the Eagles, keep an eye on Devonta Smith.
Right.
Dynamic receiver.
Yeah.
He really complements A.J. Brown well.
They got a good thing going over there.
They do. They do.
Absolutely.
Both teams, I mean, just so much firepower
Yeah.
on both sides of the ball, offense and defense.
It's going to be a chess match, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know, going back to the regular season for a second.
Oh.
Remember, they split the matchups, each team winning on their home turf.
Yeah, like they're looking in a mirror. They
Right.
know each other's strengths, weaknesses,
Comes down to adjustments,
and execute.
execution, and that's where the coaching comes in.
Right,
It's not just talent, it's putting the players in the right position.
right.
You got to outmaneuver your opponent.
Exactly. So let's talk about, like, individual matchups that could determine, you know, the outcome.
Sure.
We got Bobby Wagner, veteran, leader, leading that Commanders defense. What kind of impact can he have against an offense like the Eagles?
His impact, it goes beyond just the stats.
Okay.
He's a leader, he's a mentor to the younger guys, he sets the tone.
Against the Eagles, his ability to read plays, diagnose formations, that's going to be key.
Yeah.
Got to anticipate Hurts moves, you know, passing, scrambling, all that.
Yeah.
It's a big challenge.
On the offensive side, we got, for the Commanders, Jayden Daniels. Rookie.
Hey,
First year, leading them to a championship.
phenomenal.
He's the X factor, would you say?
He is. He really is. Fearless, strong arm, and he can extend plays with his legs. That's a problem for the Eagles.
Right.
You got to be disciplined, contain him.
Contain him.
Yeah, if he gets loose, it's over.
Oh, yeah, the Eagles, they got that dynamic duo, the offensive line. Mailata and Johnson, they're kind of the unsung heroes, right?
They are. You can't underestimate the O-line. You know,
No.
they're the ones who give Hurts time to throw. They open the holes for Barkley.
Right.
They set the tone for that whole offense. And Mailata and Johnson, I mean, they're arguably the best tackle tandem
In the lead.
in the league. And their performance, it's going to be crucial.
Oh, yeah, speaking of Berkeley, 2,000-yard season. Legend.
It's unheard of almost.
Almost. So what makes him such a tough matchup, you think?
He's a complete back. He's got the speed, the power, the agility, the vision. He can run through you, around you, over you.
Over you.
You name it. He's a threat to score every time he touches the ball.
Wow.
Commanders are going to have to be disciplined, gang tackle, bring him down.
That's the key. A
Absolutely.
lot of highlight reels, I think, coming out of this game.
For sure.
Eagles defense, Jalen Carter, beast on the line. Seems like he has a knack for those big plays.
He's a disruptor.
Disruptor.
Yeah. He's got the size, the speed, the power. He can really wreak havoc back there.
Wow.
Commanders, their offensive line, they're going to have to account for him on every play.
Every play.
Yeah, if he gets free, it's a sack. It's a disrupted run play, you know.
Big problems.
Big problems.
So you got strength versus strength in the trenches, but beyond the individual matchups, what are some key factors you think that'll decide this game?
I think tempo's going to be big.
Tempo.
Yeah, will it be a high-scoring shootout, or will it be like a defensive battle, you know?
Right.
The Commanders, they can put up points, but the Eagles, that defense is tough, man.
They can be stingy.
Cingy.
Can make life difficult for any quarterback.
Absolutely.
Special teams?
Oh, yeah.
You never know, a big return, a blocked kick could change the momentum.
You're right. Special teams, it's often overlooked,
Right.
but it can be a game changer, especially in a close one.
Exactly. All right, so we got explosive offenses, tough defenses, special teams could be a factor. This has all the makings of a classic.
It does.
But there's one element we haven't really talked about,
What's that?
the coaching matchup.
Oh, the coaching, of course.
Dan Quinn for the Commanders, Nick Sirianni for the Eagles, two brilliant minds
The battle of wits, man.
going at it.
For sure.
So Quinn, he's turned the Commanders around in one season, known for his defense.
He's a master motivator, a strategist, gets the best out of his players, always a step ahead.
Always. Seems like it. Sirianni, he's already taken the Eagles to the Super Bowl. He knows how to win.
He does. He's a brilliant offensive mind, innovative, aggressive, always looking for those weaknesses.
Yeah.
And exploiting them.
So it's like two games happening.
It is.
Players on the field, coaches on the sidelines. Who do you think has the edge?
I mean, it's tough to say.
Yeah.
Both guys are so talented. They've proven themselves.
Yeah.
I think it comes down to adjustments. Who makes the best adjustments, puts their players in the right spot.
Chess match within a chess match.
That's it.
And then you got the intangibles, the momentum, the emotion, the crowd.
Oh, yeah, you can't forget about the crowd.
Home field advantage, all of that.
Absolutely.
Unforgettable showdown, I think it's going to be.
I'm ready for it.
Just a few days away, you know?
I know, I can't wait.
NFC Championship, we've talked players, matchups, coaching, but what does this game mean for these franchises? Like, for their legacies?
It's a good question. You know, for the Commanders, a win would be like a statement, right?
Yeah.
To the whole league. Like, hey, this resurgence, this isn't a fluke.
Right.
They're back. They're a contender.
Legitimate contender.
Yeah. And it would be their first Super Bowl in what? Over 3 decades?
Wow.
A chance to rewrite history?
Yeah, make a new chapter.
Exactly.
The Eagles, they're trying to solidify their spot on top of the NFC East.
For sure. Prove that they're not just a one-hit wonder after that Super Bowl a few years back.
Right. They want to show that they're built for the long haul.
They're building something special there under Sirianni.
It seems like it.
And a win here, I mean, that would show that they're a powerhouse.
Perennial, yeah.
A team built for sustained success.
But it's not just about now, right? You think about the future of these franchises.
Yeah.
Both quarterbacks, Hurts and Daniels, young, talented. What kind of impact could this game have on their careers, do you think?
Well, think about it. Hurts, he's already proven himself, right? Franchise quarterback, led his team to the big game.
Yeah.
But for Daniels, a win here in his rookie season.
That's huge.
It'd be a defining moment. Launch him into superstardom. Solidify him as the future.
The face of the franchise.
Exactly. The face of the Commanders.
It'd be like storybook, you know?
You what?
4-13 last year to a Super Bowl contender led by a rookie quarterback.
Unheard of. Almost.
Almost, yeah. And it's not just about, you know, individual awards, accolades. It's about building a winning culture.
It is. And for both these teams, a win would be a huge step in that direction.
Yeah.
You know, attract top talent, set the stage for years of success.
It's bigger than just the Super Bowl.
Way bigger.
This is about pride, history, the future. We've covered a lot. Any final thoughts, things our listeners should keep in mind?
Yeah. Don't forget about those honorable mentions we talked about.
Right.
Luvu, Smith. They might not be the biggest names, but they could be the difference.
Yeah, sometimes it's those unsung heroes.
You never know who's going to step up.
Step up in those big moments.
Exactly. And as you watch, you know, look beyond the scores, the stats, pay attention to the trenches. The adjustments the coaches are making, the energy of the crowd, you know.
The little things.
The little things, those details, that's where the real story is.
That's a great point, great insights. I feel like I could coach the game now.
I'm sure you could.
Thanks for taking us on this deep dive. Really appreciate it.
My pleasure. Enjoy the game, savor the moment. May the best team win.
Couldn't have said it better myself. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. We'll catch you next time.